3 weeks ago, a viewer named Harold from Manitoba left a comment on my OAS video that stopped me completely. He wrote, Linda, I am 69 years old. I worked as a railway maintenance supervisor for 32 years. I receive CPP, OAS, and GIS every month. Last week, I called Service Canada about something unrelated, and the representative mentioned almost in passing that 5 rules affecting my benefits had changed this year and I should review my file. I had no idea any rules had changed. Nothing had arrived in my mailbox. I asked her to explain each change, and she could only explain 2 of them clearly. I still do not fully understand what changed or what I am supposed to do about it. Nobody sent me a clear explanation. Not Service Canada, not the CRA, nobody. That comment received over 900 replies from seniors in British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick, all saying the exact same thing. Service Canada had changed rules affecting their CPP, OAS, and GIS, and not one of them had received a personal explanation of what changed or what they needed to do. Today, I am giving you that explanation. All 5 rule changes, exactly what each one is, how it affects your payments, and what you need to do right now. Before I walk you through all 5, one critical thing first. The next OAS and GIS payment date is approaching, and Service Canada will not send you a personal breakdown of how these 5 changes apply to your specific file. Subscribe and turn on notifications right now so that every time something this important happens, you find out from this channel before it quietly affects your payment. Now let me show you exactly what changed and why every senior needs to check their file today. These 5 rule changes touch CPP, OAS, and GIS together, and that is exactly what most other coverage misses. According to Canada.ca and Service Canada published guidelines, the Canadian Senior Benefit System undergoes regular rule updates affecting how payments are calculated, who qualifies, what income is counted, and how accounts are verified. What makes 2026 different is that 5 specific changes took effect within the same year, affecting multiple programs simultaneously. Seniors who have not reviewed their file against all 5 changes may be receiving incorrect amounts, missing benefits they now qualify for, or have compliance issues building quietly on their file. According to Statistics Canada, over 6 million Canadians aged 65 and older receive some combination of CPP, OAS, and GIS, and the majority have no way of knowing which specific rules changed unless someone explains it clearly. That is exactly what I am doing today. The first rule change is the updated GIS income exclusion expansion, and most seniors receiving both CPP and GIS have never been told about it. According to Canada.ca, quote, SGIS eligibility pages, GIS is reduced by 50 cents for every dollar of non-OAS income a senior receives, meaning your CPP income directly reduces your GIS every month. What changed in 2026 is that Service Canada expanded the categories of income excluded from this reduction calculation. Certain types of income that were previously fully counted are now partially or fully excluded depending on the source. The expanded exclusion categories confirmed on Canada.ca include certain amounts of part-time employment income, specific provincial assistance payments, and certain registered disability savings plan withdrawals. The maximum GIS for a single senior is a confirmed monthly amount per Canada.ca, while the average Canadian senior receiving GIS gets considerably less because of the income reduction formula. However, seniors with income sources now falling under the expanded exclusion categories may be entitled to a higher GIS than they are currently receiving because their income figure used for calculation should now be lower. Who benefits most includes seniors with any part-time employment income and those receiving provincial assistance payments. Who is not affected includes seniors whose only income is CPP and OAS with nothing else. If you have any additional income source, you need to check whether it now falls under an expanded exclusion category that could increase your monthly GIS immediately. The second rule change involves the updated OAS deferral credit recalculation for seniors who delayed their OAS past age 65. According to Canada.ca, quote, SOAS deferral rules, seniors who defer OAS receive an increased monthly payment of 0.6% per month of deferral, up to a maximum 36% increase at age 70. What changed in 2026 is how Service Canada applies the quarterly CPI indexation adjustment to the deferred OAS base amount. The maximum OAS for seniors aged 65 to 74 is a confirmed quarterly amount per Canada.ca, and for seniors 75 and over it is 10% higher due to the permanent increase legislated in 2022. The average senior who deferred OAS to age 70 is now receiving a combined deferral bonus plus indexation amount that, under the updated 2026 methodology, may differ from what they were told to expect when they made the deferral decision. Who is most affected includes seniors who deferred OAS past age 67 and have been receiving their deferred OAS for less than 3 years. Who is not affected includes seniors who began OAS at exactly 65 with no deferral. The third rule change is the updated direct deposit verification requirement, and it connects directly to CPP, OAS, and GIS simultaneously. According to Service Canada's updated direct deposit guidelines on Canada.ca, all senior benefit accounts are now subject to a periodic verification cycle confirming banking information matches an active account at a currently operating institution. Accounts that have not had direct deposit information actively confirmed within a specific rolling period are now flagged for verification before the next payment cycle. This means seniors whose banking information has been unchanged for years and who have never needed to update their details may find their account flagged even though nothing has actually changed. The flag does not automatically delay payment in every case, but where automated verification cannot be completed, the payment may be held pending manual review. The average delay when an account enters manual review is several business days, while the maximum can extend to 2 weeks. Who is most at risk includes seniors whose direct deposit was set up more than 5 years ago and has never been actively confirmed through a My Service Canada login, and those whose financial institution has undergone a merger that changed account numbering since the deposit was originally set up. Here is the insider knowledge moment almost nobody else explains, and it is the single most important action you can take today. On your My Service Canada account, there is a section showing your current payment breakdown, including the income figure used to calculate your GIS. That income figure should match exactly the net income on line 23,600 of your most recent CRA notice of assessment. If those two numbers are different, it means one of these rule changes has created a discrepancy between what Service Canada thinks your income is and what your actual filed return shows. That discrepancy is the source of most incorrect payment amounts in the Canadian senior benefit system, and checking it takes less than 10 minutes. Canadians who work with retirement financial planners have this comparison made automatically every time a new notice of assessment is issued. Most Canadian seniors on CPP, OAS, and GIS have never been told to make this comparison and find out about the discrepancy only when their payment is lower than expected. Now you know to check it before that happens. The fourth rule change involves the updated spousal and survivor benefit interaction rules, affecting seniors receiving both their own CPP retirement benefit and a CPP survivor benefit from a deceased spouse. According to Canada.ca, quote, SCPP combined benefits rules, there is a maximum combined amount a single person can receive from both benefits, and that maximum is recalculated periodically. What changed in 2026 under the ongoing CPP enhancement implementation is that the maximum combined CPP amount has been adjusted, affecting seniors who receive both benefits, with some seeing a small increase depending on the specific combination of their retirement and survivor amounts. The maximum combined CPP benefit is a confirmed figure per Canada.ca, while the average senior receiving both benefits gets a combined amount typically below the maximum due to the combination cap rules. Who is most affected includes seniors who began receiving a survivor benefit within the past 3 years, whose combined calculation was established under the pre-2026 enhancement rate structure. Who is not affected includes seniors receiving only their own CPP retirement pension with no survivor benefit component. The fifth rule change is the one connecting all four previous changes together, and it involves the updated Provincial Supplement Coordination Protocol. According to provincial supplement information linked through Canada.ca, most provincial senior income supplements use the same net income figure from your CRA return that your federal GIS uses, and that calculation is coordinated with federal GIS through Service Canada. What changed in 2026 is the timing and methodology of this coordination. The provincial supplement now recalculates on a more frequent basis in closer alignment with any changes to the federal GIS calculation rather than purely annually. Now, here is the connection most coverage misses completely. The GIS income exclusion expansion from Rule Change 1, the direct deposit verification requirement from Rule Change 3, and the updated provincial supplement coordination from Rule Change 5 are all connected through the same net income figure on your CRA return. If your income figure at Service Canada is incorrect due to an unapplied exclusion category, from Rule Change 1, that incorrect figure flows into both your federal GIS and your provincial supplement simultaneously under the updated coordination from Rule Change 5. One income figure error therefore affects two separate monthly payments at the same time, and the faster coordination cycle means the error compounds more quickly than under the previous annual schedule. Harold from Manitoba did not know about any of these connections. He knew 5 rules had changed. He did not know that Rules 1, 3, and 5 were connected through the same income figure on his CRA file. Most Canadian seniors never find out about this chain until they notice multiple payment amounts changing in the same month without understanding why. Harold called Service Canada a second time and asked specifically to have each of the 5 rule changes reviewed against his file one at a time. The representative confirmed his OAS deferral calculation and direct deposit were current, but identified that Harold had a small amount of part-time income that should have been partially excluded from his GIS calculation under the updated income exclusion rules, but had not yet been processed. Service Canada initiated a recalculation, and Harold received confirmation 4 weeks later of a modest GIS increase retroactive to the date the new exclusion rules took effect. If Harold had known to specifically ask about the income exclusion expansion on his very first call, he would have recovered that money months earlier. So here are 3 steps you can complete this week. Step 1, log into your My Service Canada account at canada.ca/en/employment-social-development and find the income figure Service Canada is using for your GIS calculation. Compare it to the net income online, $23,600 of your most recent CRA Notice of Assessment through your CRA My Account at canada.ca/en/revenue-agency. If those 2 figures are different, call Service Canada at 1-800-277-9914 and ask them to review your file against all 5 2026 rule changes and confirm whether the updated GIS income exclusion categories apply to any of your income sources. Step 2, if you receive both a CPP retirement pension and a CPP survivor benefit, ask Service Canada specifically to confirm your combined benefit has been recalculated under the 2026 CPP enhancement update and that you are receiving the correct combined amount for your specific situation. Step 3, share this video with every person you know over 60 receiving CPP, OAS, or GIS, especially anyone with part time employment income, a survivor benefit, or who has not logged into My Service Canada in the past 12 months, because these are the seniors most likely to have a file discrepancy from one of these 5 changes quietly affecting their payment right now. One important warning: scammers are calling Canadian seniors, claiming to be from Service Canada, and offering to review their file for the new rule changes, asking for personal information or a processing fee. This is a scam. Service Canada will never call you unsolicited offering to review rule changes or asking for a fee. The CRA will never demand immediate payment by phone or ask for gift cards. Hang up immediately and report it to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre at 1-888-495-8501. Of these 5 Service Canada rule changes for 2026, which one affects your situation most directly? And did you know about any of them before watching this video today? Drop your province in the comments because I want to understand how many Canadian seniors found out about these changes from Service Canada directly versus finding out here for the first time. What we covered today is confirmed, and all 5 rule changes are already in effect for 2026. The next OAS and GIS payment date is approaching, and Service Canada will not send you a personal breakdown of how each change applies to your specific situation. Subscribe now so that information reaches you here before it affects your payment. You spent your entire working life contributing to this country. You earned every dollar of these benefits. Make sure the new rules are working for you and not against you. I am Canada Seniors Update, and I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourself.